Yo, everybody! What is your insecurity? That is what the challenge is. To write down 5 things you are insecure about and how you can change that insecurity. Okay, here are mine. Number 1, I'm very insecure about my hair for some reason these days. I don't know why. So how am I going to solve it? I guess I could just look up more stuff online, and I guess I could just try different hairstyles, and I could just keep asking people how they do their hair and ask them what products they use not to make it frizzy. Or another way I could not do that insecurity is not focus on the looks of my hair. Number 2 is my belly. I think I'm fatter on the belly. No else. How do I stop that insecurity? I guess stop eating junk food would be a good reason. And do a lot of sit-ups. Or how am I going to stop that insecurity? To know that God loves me and does not care that I have a fat stomach. In my opinion. And my number 3 insecurity is what people think at the gym of me. And me not going around a machine because there's guys around. So how am I going to beat that insecurity? To think about what's the worst thing that could happen. If they laugh at me, so what? Is it going to kill me? If they make fun of me, I'm going to live through it. And if I mess up at the gym, then I mess up. And another way I'm going to do that is next time there's a bunch of boys, I am going to conquer that. That is the one thing. There's lots of things I want to conquer, but right now is going into the gym and not caring what those people in that gym think if I mess up or not, or if there's a bunch of boys around a machine. My number 4 insecurity is my past with boys. Is to stop thinking boys are bad and that they're going to hit me, yell at me, or make fun of me, or that they're just going to use me for sex. And I have those insecurities for a reason. So how am I going to beat that insecurity? By look at the people I have that are good, that are guys, and qualities of the guys in my life right now, and think of how they haven't hurt me. So that's 1. And my number 5 insecurity is, am I going to be able to do the things I want to do? Am I going to be capable enough to do my goals? And am I going to be bold enough to do the things that I might fail at? What is the worst that can happen if I fail? The worst thing that can happen if I fail at a weightlifting competition is looking like a fool in front of people. The worst thing that can happen is my marathon insecurity is that I won't finish. So just think of how to change your insecurities and to go after what you don't think you can do. And change that little voice in your head. Like right now, my voice is telling me, oh, you're ugly because you have acne. Well, think this way. Lots of people have acne. That doesn't define who you are because you have acne. It could mean that your body is trying to tell you something like you need to wash your face more. Or maybe that you sweat too much from exercise. So, or I don't know if this is true, but acne could mean you need more water. I don't know if that's true about needing more water. So here is ways to help you with your self-confidence. This 25, I don't know if I'm going to do, 24, sorry. I'm not going to do, probably not going to do all 24, but we never know. Ask yourselves, what's the worst thing that could happen? Well, the worst thing that could happen to me trying an anatomy class and me trying to take a psychology class for college to be a personal trainer is that I fail it. And it costs a lot of money. So money-wise, that would be the worst thing that could happen. But even if I did fail at it, I would still want something about myself through it, and I would still want something about the body, most likely. So that would be my fear on that. That would be the worst that could happen. It says use uplift music. Try something new. When you break out of your comfort zone, try something you haven't before. You're not only challenging yourself, you expand your own limitations, and your confidence in your own ability is how many things you can actually do. Like I said, doing a weightlifting competition, something that's new that I want to try. It is so foreign to me, but I'm going to do it with some help from people. Make it to do something, then follow through. This is probably one of the most important and effort ways to build lasting confidence. When you decide to do something, don't back down, but go through with it. You'll get proof of your often unamazed capable. And your confidence in yourself soars. Okay. What's something, make a plan to do something, then follow through. Call the person that was teaching me how to drive, or text her to follow through with getting on following through on possibly getting my driver's license next year. Use guided meditation. Yeah, I seriously do need to meditate more. And to learn how to breathe while I meditate. Exercise, got that down. Face a fear. This is not an easy one, but the reward is big. If you face a fear, then your confidence takes 10 steps up. For every time you face your fear, you can slowly start to discover that the clouds are clear. There's nothing to fear but to fear itself. What's something I need to face a fear on? Would be, as I keep saying, going in the gym and not caring what I look like. Or going in the gym and being able to say hi to people. And going in the gym and look people in the eye, not just look at a TV when I go in. Create something. Everyone is a creative person. But after childhood and the teenage years, this is something forgetful. Reconnect your creating in a good way to improve your confidence yourself. Create something wonderful but not always easy experience. But when you're done, you not only feel good about yourself, you discover new, previous unknown parts of yourself. Being creative is a good way to get you to know yourself and your hidden capabilities. That would be writing for me. Fake it until you make it. Okay? Use your environment. One official way to change stuff is to change your environment to match your person who you want to be. Use your imagination. Oh, I want to use my imagination. I want to have a house that has crosses all around it, and the house is made up of crosses. And there's just Bibles all around it. And that inside, there was like Jesus statue that I sculpted out of pottery. That is what I want. Use your body. It starts by visiting your legs and soon start to feel nervous anxiety. If you start to walk slowly, you'll soon start to feel more relaxed. To feel more confident, your body is more comfortable. Walk, sit, stand. Oh, a way that I can build self-confidence is I need to work on my posture. I need to walk the walk of confidence. Ask yourself in a positive memory. Positive memory for me would be when I ran at the runway last year and finished it in 24 minutes. Take it into the future. One great way of putting things into perspective and choose how much you let every day happen affect your confidence is to take a look from the future. Will this be a big deal in 5 years or something I even remember? That takes you out of being wrapped up in what just happened. But usually the question is getting easier to handle your day-to-day trouble and realize that it is a large concept. Most stuff is small, so you don't need to sweat. Is it really going to matter in 4 years that David hit me? Possibly, not likely. What could happen in 5 years? I could be married if I actually change my perception about guys. Could have kids in 5 years. Realize that the past doesn't equal the present. That's a big one for me. What happened last year, last month, or yesterday does not equal tomorrow. Next month or next year. You create your future in the percent, and you can do a large degree design for yourself. How much you let the past affect you and your future. Even if your confidence has been low for the last 10 years, does not mean that it has to stay that way. You can choose to change your future in life. I'm trying to. It's so hard. But it's a lifetime to learn sometimes. Be good to yourself. You might treat yourself badly. Was that there was no need for doing that. Even if you have done up until today, you can choose to stop. Be good to yourself instead of it's okay, it's allowed. It's pretty pointless doing the opposite unless your goal is to unhappy. Complain people happy through. So, I was good to myself because I let go of the people that were negative in my life. And I just didn't have them just because I didn't want to feel lonely. In actuality, from this past year, I know I will probably never be lonely. My goodness, I have a lot of people that care about me and love me. It's weird. It's the best feeling in the world to have people that actually support you. And that don't care that you have ADHD. Don't care that you have a mental disability. Don't care that you have mild anxiety, mild depression. Don't care that you have a developmental delay. Don't care that you have fetal alcohol syndrome. That don't care what you look like or how big you are. That they care what's in your heart, and they care about how you treat them with dignity and respect. And I was good to myself. I'm quite proud of myself. I haven't done this in a while. I did a face mask for myself and put it on and just relaxed with it. I don't know if men do that. Put mud on the face to relax it. I'll use that stuff. That would be interesting if men do. Learn about how your mind actually works. If you haven't already started reading about personal development and fertility, everybody is different, but what is more important, people share a lot of similarities in how our mind works. What has worked for others may work very well for you too. For me, it's quite enlightening to learn about different patterns of thought. Well, I'll give you an example. Some people that have had the same past as me or faith as me just listen to those people and don't try new things. And don't go beyond what they say. They believe in what people say, so they're not going to try new things. My mind is like 60-50 with that, in a way. Like, just because somebody tells me I'm bad at something, I won't quit doing it, but it makes me doubt myself more, if that makes sense. So when somebody says something mean or bad, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop reaching my goals and just throw in the towel and say, oh, they're right. Just means that I'm going to doubt myself more, but I'm still going to try to do it. if that makes sense. Improve your social skills. Relationship is the most important area of life. I say that improves your social skills is one of the top things people want to learn. Improving your results in the area, find a large confidence in yourself skills set can be really a boost for your overall sense of confidence. I have improved in my social skills by listening more and by expressing when something goes wrong, or expressing when something in my body hurts, or expressing how I can change my perception. And my social skills have changed because I focus on more the positive more than I do negative now. And I don't look at people on the outside really that much anymore. I look what's in the inside of them. Focus outward instead of inward. When you interact with others, sometimes when you are by yourself, it's good to try to keep focus on your mind outward instead of inward. The problem with focus inward is many situations that it makes you focus on how you look, what you just said, and what the other person or the whole bunch of people think of you right now. This can reduce anything to a second guess, shadow of former self, or self become almost pillars. Focus outward besides being a good tip for keeping your self-confidence. Keep a positive cloud. Keep a positive intake of information, influence, and emotion. Much of the news and social brings oblique and negative pictures of both the world and yourself to you. Downstep each day, just like the people that surround you. The information that surrounds you can affect you in a big way. As Zig Ziglar says, what you watch on TV, we are condemned, most people are condemned to fail. To change that, he says something like that. To change that, what you listen to, what you watch on TV affects your mind and affects what you think. And what you read on the computer and in movies can affect. And it could make you send yourself into depression, because if you're always watching depressing stuff, more likely you're going to be depressed. Compare yourself to yourself, not to others. Yep, this is the one thing I need to work on. This will eliminate a lot of unnecessary pain in your life. The thing is, if you pass one person, that you just find another person more successful than you. And your brief sense of being a winner will once again transform into anxiety and fear. So, I am getting better on not comparing myself to others. So, I am working on that a lot. We find failure. How you view failure controls how much your confidence drops before or after failure. To define a failure we are brought up with society might not be the best and most useful tab. If you look at the most successful people, you quickly notice that they have a different response to failure than the more common one. Failure to me is when you stop trying something.
Congratulations! You have been selected to take part in an anonymous survey.
Wow.
Our 30-second questionnaire. And to say thank you, it will be open at
Don't you just love advertisements like that that just pop up so they can just steal your information and just steal your identity? Okay, so as I was saying before, sorry. Failure to me is stop trying. Now, I pitfalled on my weight loss. I sort of saw that as failure, but then I just saw that as that I am human, and I also saw that as I'm too focused on what I look like. So I want something new through that. So each time you fail, in my opinion, or whatever you want to call it, you learn something new about yourself. Anyways, bye.